Hey y'all, hey family, how's it going? So I want to talk today about the Shanquella Robinson case, her story, and I want to speak out on the life lessons that we can learn from this whole entire experience. Okay? So I'm gonna let a little bit more of people join right now. I have a bunch of things that I want to say. I was going to do this in like a podcast form, but I'm like, you know what? Let me just hop on live and go ahead and talk about it. All right, more people coming in. All right, hello. Hi, how are you? Hello, sister. How are you? All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get straight into it. Okay, so let's talk about Shanquella Robinson. Now, for those of you that don't know who Shanquella Robinson is, or just a quick recap, Shanquella Robinson was a 25-year-old young Black woman that went on a trip to Mexico with a group of her friends. They weren't real friends. 24 hours into the trip, Shanquella ends up gone. Her life was taken away. And her life was taken away due to the brutal beatings that she got. Honestly, Shanquella Robinson was beat to death. Okay? There was like so many, like there was brain injuries, and there was, like a neck injury that she broke her neck because someone slammed her down. There's videos going around where she was being brutally beaten to her face. She was jumped and someone grabbed her by the neck and then threw her down. And then after that, she didn't get up. She had already took so many blows to the face, and at that point, that's when they had took her life. Now, these friends, they were not intending to murder this girl. They were intending to harm her and jump her, but they didn't realize how things can go too far. And this is exactly what happens. This is honestly what they get. They are all involved in this whole scandal. Their life is being thrown away because they allowed jealousy to get the best of them. And when people want to go out and they want to cause harm to people and they want to take out their emotions onto someone else, they easily saw how easily it is to take away someone else's life due to their own rage. They had no idea that that was going to happen. That's why they left so quickly, left the country, left her body there and tried to cover their tracks and came up with the story, because they weren't intending for that to happen, you know? And this story is something that is shocking the entire world, and it's pulling on everyone's heartstrings. It's really scarring everybody's soul. Like, everyone is feeling this on such a deep level, on such a soul level. And many people are seeing that they see themselves in that situation. They see that they have been Shanquella in a situation like that. And some people are even having survivor's guilt because they've been in a situation like that, but they made it out alive. And also because for people that are very in tune with energies, they really, really feel the type of wickedness and evil and cold-heartedness that those monsters had towards her. This was a spiritual attack, and all of those people were low vibrational. They had a lot of demonic energy living within their spirit, and that's how they can do something to somebody and feel no remorse. Listen, demons, when they jump into the vessels of a person, they will go to the ends. They will stop at nothing to steal, to kill, or to destroy, and that's exactly what they did. The demons got their mission accomplished. But you see, Shanquella was a child of God. She has no idea that this whole army is fighting for her. Even in her death, people are fighting for her. And I do want to say my deepest condolences to the loved ones, the family, the close friends of Shanquella Robinson. My deepest condolences to you. Okay, I honestly can't even imagine what you all are going through right now. I honestly personally don't even know what to say to you, okay? I don't want to say anything that is possibly going to offend you in any way. But as you all want justice for Shanquella, I want to help you bring justice for Shanquella, to help people see this situation for what it is, to help save other people's lives. And my heart goes out to you in this difficult time. It really does. So I have a few life lessons that So I have a few life lessons that I feel we can all learn from this situation. I wrote these down because I don't want this video to be all over the place. But number one, the first life lesson that we can learn from this story is that not everybody is a real friend. Not everybody is a real friend. We have to be careful who we call friends, and especially who we call best friends, because that title, not everybody deserves that title. You can call somebody a friend, you can call somebody your best friend, but deep down inside, they are not that way towards you. We really have to be careful who we call our friends, because your friends, real, true, genuine friends, care about you. They love you. They want to uplift you. Real friends wouldn't put you into situations like that. And the thing is, bad friends, fake friends, have red flags all throughout the entire friendship that you all have. It's up to us to recognize them. A couple of things to mention is if it's moments where you all are having conversations in a group, if people are talking over you, if people are cutting you off, if people are not letting you get a word in, if they're not allowing you to engage in conversation with them, those people don't like you, they're jealous of you, and they are not your friends. Real friends listen to what you have to say, but if they dismiss you and they're like, I don't want to hear what you have to say, those are not your friends. Real friends include you in things. Real friends communicate with you when there is a problem. If they have a problem, they will communicate it with you directly. Even if they may have to go to another person to maybe just vent and say, how do I go about this in the best way? What do you think I should say? Because they genuinely want to fix the problem and they don't want to go towards someone all explosive. But then when they talk to somebody else, they come back and they say something, right? But if they have a problem with you and they never bring it to your attention, they discuss it with everybody else but you, that's not a real friend. You see, real friends, they don't throw those little shots at you. They don't hit low blows at you. They don't say negative things that they know is going to hurt your feelings. They don't push your buttons intentionally. A real friend is not going to intentionally hurt you. It's not to say that friends don't have arguments, that friends don't have disputes, that the longer you are with a friend and the more that you all go throughout life and you have, different life experiences that you go through, there's going to be times where you're probably not going to get along with them. You're going to have moments where you're going to have disputes. But if the loyalty and love that you all have is that strong, you're not going to allow those little things to get in the way. And that's the problem. Think that, oh, we're friends and we're fighting all the time and we're cussing each other out and we're hitting low blows. Those are not friends. Those are frenemies. Those are enemies. People will call themselves your friend knowing that they don't like you, only to gain something from you, to gain your energy, to gain your money. Like for my people out here, that you have a vehicle, you have a car. Somebody could call you their friend, their bestie, just because they won't catch rides with you, free rides. It could be moments where you're a person that you have a lot of money and they know that anytime y'all go out, you're going to treat everybody. You're a giving person. They come around you for that. They come around to use you, calling you a friend. They call you a friend because they know that you're a good listener and they know that you'll listen to them vent. But then you sitting here listening to them vent for hours on end every single time they have a problem. But then when it's time for you to talk about your issues, they show no interest. Nah, bro. We have to remember that how you treat your friends, if you treat your friends with love, kindness, and respect, and they are not giving that same energy back to you, that is not your friend. Don't waste your good energy on negative people. Don't waste your light on the darkness, because when you give your light to the darkness, all that darkness is going to do is suck it away like a vacuum, and it's going to be gone. But when you give your light to the light, the light is brighter. The light is much brighter. And that's the problem. A lot of people out here in this world are good people. They're good souls, and they're coming around and people are befriending them because they see how much of a good soul they are. And sometimes people that are pure souls could sometimes be a little naive. Sometimes they could be a little gullible. And it's not to say that they are a naive person or they are a gullible person, but because they choose to see the good in people, they tend to surpass the negative. They tend to surpass the bad, and they see the good. But the thing is, baby, we got to recognize that you could be a good person, but don't be blind to the bad. What did they say? It's be soft as a dove, but wise as a serpent. You have to be wise to see the darkness in this world. When you see it for what it is and stay away. Don't go to the darkness. Don't engage with the darkness. Walk away from the darkness, because a snake is always going to be a snake. They're just going to shed their skin. Okay? Make sure that the people that you call a friend has proven to you that they are loyal, that they care about you, that they are genuine with you, and that they love you unconditionally. And if you're giving them respect and they're giving you disrespect, that's not a friend. If you are giving them empathy, but they're giving you apathy, the lack of empathy, those are not your friends. If you make sure that you include them in your plans and the things that you want to do, but they don't ever include you, they exclude you, they don't invite you, those are not friends. If anytime you come to them and you have conversations and you're talking with them and they find ways to just shut down everything that you say, to just make you feel dumb about everything, to make you feel stupid, to make you feel small, those are not friends. If you come to them for advice, or if you come to them about problems that you're dealing with and they shame you for what you're dealing with instead of supporting you emotionally, those are not friends. If they nitpick at every little tiny bit of things that you do, I mean, it's like they pick you apart. They scope you out like you are under a magnifying glass. If they're always looking for your flaws and they can barely point out the good qualities of you, those are not your friends, baby. Don't believe people's words all the time. Believe their actions. And most importantly, baby, believe their energy, because energy never lies. Energy never lies, baby. All right, moving on. Number 2, what's another life lesson that we can learn from this situation? Number 2, oh, thank you. Number 2 is that jealousy is real and jealousy is dangerous. Jealousy is real and jealousy is dangerous. You see, a lot of times what really tends to blow me is when a person has a feeling that their friends are secretly jealous of them and they go to another person really to kind of confirm, like, hey, you know what? The way that these people are treating me, like, I feel like they're jealous of me because I haven't done anything that wrong to them for them to treat me this way. And the way that they're treating me, it doesn't add up. It's like, why are they I feel like they're jealous of me. And a person will tell you, oh, well, I don't think it's jealousy. I don't think it's that they're... Don't listen to people like that, okay? Go with your gut feeling. If you feel, I have said that, if you suspect that a friend or friends group is jealous of you, if you suspect that, go with your gut, baby. Go with your gut feeling. If you feel in your gut that somebody is jealous of you, that your friends are jealous of you, trust that feeling. Your intuition is your guide. Listen to your intuition and trust in that. Because somebody can easily try to gaslight you and they'll try to tell you, well, oh, no, that's not even the case. Especially people that are jealous of you. The one thing that they will say, pay attention, they will say this: I am not jealous of you. That is the furthest from the truth. Anytime a person says that is the furthest from the truth, motherfucker, that's the closest thing to the truth. That's the closest thing to the truth. If they ever say that's the furthest from the truth, it's the closest thing to the truth, baby. Narcissists, they have their own language, their own jargon. They're very predictable. Narcissists always say that. Those people that did this, those monsters that did that to Shanquella are narcissists. They carry that narcissist spirit. And they will easily tell you, oh no, that's the furthest from the truth. Okay, then what's the truth then? Because if they can't tell you what their problem is with you, and they want to sit here and bring up oaths and bring up random things, or bring up this and pick you apart for stuff that's so trivial, they are jealous. They just need a reason to not like you. Or especially if they provoke you on purpose, and then they want to get a reaction out of you just so they can have a reason to dislike you, they're jealous. They're jealous and they need a reason to dislike you. Oh, let me share this with y'all. This is what I wrote down. Now, just listen to me carefully, and please listen with open ears and an open mind, and understand that this is not, okay, I'm done explaining myself. Jealousy is a root cause of homicide. Did I say it is the root cause of homicide? No, I'm saying it is one of them, because people gonna be, well, no, I get it. Homicide is an umbrella term. But if we think about it, one of the ways that a person can commit homicide is if they are jealous. Jealousy is a root to homicide. Jealousy is a root to homicide. Jealousy is what will be that driving force for someone to commit a murder. It is. It's a root cause. Hi, puppy. Of course, people will commit homicide for other reasons. They would. Of course they would. There are plenty of other reasons for it. But one thing we have to be mindful of is jealousy. And let me just tell you real quick, because this is how I explain jealousy and envy. Envy is one of the 7 deadly sins. And the way that it becomes deadly is if you attach wrath and pride to it and you mix it all together and it turns into jealousy, then that's when it is. But envy is something that we all feel as humans. It's something we all feel as humans, okay? Envy is when you see something that someone else has that you don't have. And you feel bad because you're looking at your life and you're like, I don't have that. That's like a person that has a big old mansion and they have $1 million. And you're looking at your life and you're like, I don't have a big mansion or $1 million. And you're feeling sad about your own life because you don't have it. And you're like, they have it, but I don't. That's envy. That's the first step, like first seed of envy. But how you can stop envy from manifesting into something negative is through love and through gratitude. When you can find the gratitude for where you are and you can love yourself in your journey, you can instantly kill that envy before it grows into something bad. But when people don't have love in their hearts, when they don't have a good spirit within them, that is when that envy is going to be mixed with wrath, which is anger. And it's going to be mixed with pride. And pride is where a person thinks so highly of themselves. They delude themselves into thinking that they don't have a problem. They don't want to take accountability. That's pride. When people don't want to take accountability, that's pride. So when they don't want to be held accountable for what they feel and what they're doing, that's pride. You know what the Bible says? Pride becomes before the fall. Pride comes for the fall. All of those people are prideful. They was too prideful to admit that they did what they did. That's why they made up a lie. That's all pride. And you see what happens? You see what happens when they feel of pride? They falling now, right? Right before the fall. We are witnessing this with they said the revolution will be televised. And yes, it is, baby. It's televised because we all see it. So let me tell you, I'm here to tell you that envy is a human emotion. But how you can stop envy is through love and through gratitude of your life and yourself and everything that you have, because God gave you everything that you need. You know what I'm saying? If God wanted you to have, in this very moment right now, if God wanted you to have a big old mansion and $1 million, you would have it right now. But right now you have everything you need. Every single day we are given everything that we need. And we need to not hate other people for having what we want. Because there's a way that you can get that, but you have to go along your own journey. When it's on your own journey and you get it for yourself, it's going to feel better. It's not going to be the same if you're trying to take it away from somebody else. Those people that want to scam and want to take, I'm going to it totally, I'm digressing for a second, but this needs to come out because I'm channeling. Those people that want to scam and they want to steal money from people, they want to crack cars, they want to, like people out there that's just, they want to lure people in and then they want to just take their money and rob people blindly. You will lose it as quickly as you got it, baby. So all of these scammers, you realize why you got to crack so many cars and scam so many people? Because when you're taking something away from somebody else with malice intent that wasn't yours to begin with, it's going to instantly be taken away from you. Get it for yourself. Don't take it from somebody else. Thou shalt not covet my neighbor's goods. One of the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not take what does not belong to me. You take it away from somebody else. You in their pockets, you in their bank account. Now they can't pay their bills. Now they can't feed their children. Now they can't turn their lights on. They can't turn their gas on. Because you done took some money from them, because you that money hungry. The love of money is the root of evil. Not money is not the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. When people when they idolize money, when they put money as that top thing, and they will do anything by all means necessary, even if they are harming somebody else just to get money, that's a problem. They need deliverance. They need spiritual deliverance because they got some demons that they fighting. All right. Number three. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Let's continue. So for those of you that are just joining, we are talking about the Shanquella Robinson case and life lessons that we can learn from this whole story. Number three. Neither be a bully nor a bystander. Let me say that again. Neither be a bully nor a bystander. If you are a bystander or if you are a bully, you are one and the same. Be neither. Because let me tell you, bullies are abusers, bystanders are cowards. And I will say it twice. I will say it a total of 3 times so I can grill this in. Bullies are abusers. Bystanders are cowards. Bullies are abusers and they got enough confidence to go out there and willingly hurt somebody. But the bystanders, they're the cowards. They'll sit back and watch somebody be hurt and they won't say nothing because they're afraid of what could possibly happen to them. So cowards are very selfish. They don't care about nobody else but theyself. Yeah. So you never want to be a bully nor a bystander, because what those people were doing, those girls that jumped her, what was that? Dashinator with the monster that jumped her. Then it was Winter, the one that slammed her on the ground. I forgot the other shorty name, but her name was irrelevant anyway. Okay, but actually, no, her name is actually relevant. I'll take that back. I don't know her name, but anyway, the other girl that hurt her, those were all bullies. And to those, they weren't even men. To those aged boys, those cowardly boys that were there, that was sitting here filming, talking about something, you ain't gonna fight back, you ain't gonna fight back. They're cowards. Because it doesn't matter what sexuality those men were. If they were gay, they were gay. But it doesn't matter. As a man, you could step in between 2 women and say, okay, that's enough. You could hold back one of those women to be, all right, that's enough now. But they sat back and did nothing because they're bystanders, because they're cowards. In the same way that they went up to Shanquella's family and lied to her to save themselves, cowardly. All of y'all are cowards. If y'all are watching this right now, y'all are cowards, y'all are abusers, and you are reaping what you have sown. You like it, don't you? You don't like it, do you? Yeah. Your whole life is falling apart out of one thing that you have done. You see how quickly things can progress? Baby, your life is over. Anyway, let's continue. Okay. You really got to be mindful of the people that you hang around, because if anybody can sit back and watch you be verbally or physically attacked and abused, they don't care about you and they don't care about your life. So let's go with the physical attacking real quick. If a person could sit there and watch you be physically attacked, you are being physically hurt and harmed to a point where there are bruises on you. So where you are probably bleeding, you are scratched up. You know, it could be moments where you're breaking bones or hurting limbs or whatever the case is. If a person can sit back and watch you be physically abused and they do absolutely nothing, they don't feel anything, those people have no soul, baby. They have no heart. Because you see as we were watching the video, we was just kind of like, it's almost like we felt those hits from here. That's why it affected us so much, because we have a heart, we have a soul. That's why we felt something. Those people that don't have a soul, they're soulless vessels. And they were sitting here watching this shit happen the whole time. So if a person could sit there and they could watch you be physically abused, those people don't care about you. But also, stuff like this happens all the time. When else will a group of people, like a group of girls, will sit up there and jump a one girl and they all just sitting here just enjoying it. But another thing is, we don't even talk, because we're dealing with women. Women are not like, women will fight, but a lot of times they will use their words and they would be verbally abusive. So if it's been situations where like a group of friends, group of girls, they done got together, and this is one girl in a group that they just all collectively don't like. So they all team up to go against that one girl. And it may start off with maybe just one person. It could start off maybe just with one person just verbally attacking her, just bullying her, just saying a bunch of things to her to hurt her feelings. If all of those people could sit back and watch that happen to that girl, they don't care about her either. They say, oh, like, words do hurt, baby. Words do hurt. Words are like swords that you stab somebody with, stuff that sticks in their mind. It sticks in their heart. And if a person could sit up there and watch you be verbally abused by somebody, and they ain't saying like, hey, bro, could you leave them alone and stop talking to them like that? Leave them alone. If nobody steps up and defends you, they don't care about you, bro. You know why this story hits home for me is because I've been in a situation like that where I was being verbally abused by one girl, and all of those people sat there. All of those girls just sat there and didn't do nothing. One of them was laughing at it. When I tell you, this is why I really got to speak out on this, because like the same spirit that I felt when I was in that situation with those women, with my sorority sisters, is the same exact spirit that I felt from those girls with Shanquella's so-called friends. So like, and I honestly felt like, you know what, that I was grateful that I was just verbally attacked, because it could have been worse. I could have been physically attacked. I could have walked out of that situation and not been alive. But I'm grateful that God spared me so I can come out here and bring more messages to help other people. And even when that happened and I thought about my situation, I'm thinking like, God, how come you took her life but you spared me? That the survival was good. I even felt it myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, but all of that pain makes somebody stronger. And this is why it's like, even verbal attacks are close to physical attacks. They could give you the same thing, because that whole situation the situation I'm talking about happened in the fall of 2017. Trauma that I've lived with, trauma that I've held on for that long, because that's what it does. It traumatizes you, right? And here it's to say, and it was got like when I in that situation, I didn't see it for what it was. Sometimes it takes for you to come out of a situation, allow time to go past, and look back, and you're like, that was wrong on so many levels. Like, it was wrong in the moment, but looking back, I realized how evil that situation was. I even had a conversation with one of those girls, and I even told her, I said, you know about the Shanquella case and how them girls was? That's exactly how y'all did me. Y'all are no better than her. Y'all are no different than those girls than Dashanae and those girls that then murdered her. Y'all are no different than them. Y'all are just like them, because y'all did me just like y'all did Shanquella. Told it to their face directly, so they can know. Because I'm telling you, if those people don't care that you being physically abused or verbally abused, they don't care about you. They don't care about your life. And they could care less whether you are dead or alive. And that's a harsh truth. But as we live in this world, you're going to have to see the world for how light it is. You're going to have to see this world for how dark it is. You're going to have to see it for what it is. And when you see how dark and cold people can be, don't unsee that. Move around. Let them stay in their darkness. Let them go ahead and be pawns of Satan. Because we are children of God. We going over here, baby. We ain't dealing with that. All right. So that was number 4. That was number 4. That like, if people could sit there and watch you be physically and verbally abused, they don't care about you at all. You need to not be around people that don't care about you or your life. Number 5. Quality people over quantity of people. Quality over quantity. It does not matter. Listen, it don't matter about how many friends you have. It matters on the quality of the friends that you have. The people that tend to have the most friends, a lot of those friends are not even real friends. Sometimes people want to have like a big friend group, and they want to be like, they want to just have that whole entourage or whatever the case is, because that's the aesthetic. But no, if all of those friends are fake, you don't have one friend, baby. And it's better for you to be alone than to be in a group of people that secretly hate you. Quality over quantity. And let me tell you this. If you are a person where you feel like you don't have very many friends, maybe you have no friends at all, because the friends that you had were fake. The friends that you had, y'all may have trauma bonded and you outgrew them. The friends that you had, y'all just grew apart. Like, you may have had friends in the past, but y'all just grew apart. And that happens. That's another part about adulthood. Y'all grow at different rates. Y'all go at different paces. So sometimes you're going to naturally vibrate away from each other. It's not like the love is lost, but y'all just are not in the same bracket anymore. I'm going on this spiritual journey of entrepreneurship, and I have friends that are working for the Matrix. We have nothing in common anymore. These are friends that I knew from high school, right? And even in going into college, we still connected. But after a while, it just naturally vibrated away. And then I had friends doing absolutely great. Like, I'm so proud of her. She's a teacher. I love what she's doing, bro. But I just know we have nothing in common anymore. And it happens. Okay, that's gonna happen. But it's like, if you're the type of person where you don't have very many friends, and people try to shame you for it, don't let nobody shame you, because anything, you protecting yourself. It's better for you to have your peace than to be around people that's going to cause you pain. Oh, come on. It's better for you to have your peace than to be around people that's going to cause you pain. Because why be friends with somebody that every single encounter you're around them, you have to heal from that experience, or they're traumatizing you every single time, when they're draining your energy every single time, when you got to fight with them, when you got to raise your blood pressure, when your eyebrows got to get all scrunched up, when you got to get out of character. Why have a friend like that? Why have somebody that stresses you out so much? The devil is stress. If you have a friend or a friend group in your life that it causes you nothing but stress, the entire friendship, cut them off, leave them in the dust, lock the door, throw away the key. Those are not your friends, baby. We are not meant to be in this world alone. Nobody wants to be alone. But don't allow your loneliness to keep you around toxic people. Because if you allow that to happen and you're with toxic people are going to be toxic people regardless. This is one thing I learned about it on the 25 years that I have lived this earth in this lifetime. Okay. What I have learned is that it does not matter how good of a person you can be to somebody, how loving you can be to somebody. A toxic person is not going to receive that. A toxic person is not going to be good to you no matter how good you are to them, because they're toxic. You can only give what's in your heart. So if a person has coldness and bitterness in their heart, that's all they're going to give. You can give them all the love that you have, and they're still going to give you that, because you can't hide what's in your heart, baby. John Coffey said that in The Green Mile. You can't hide what's in your heart. Those people had such deep hatred for Shanquella that they couldn't hide what was in their heart. Did you see that video where she walking around like looking for her friends, and she like, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Well, y'all know y'all ain't taking this song to get naked. When you saw the energy of everybody, felt that the energy was so loud. The energy in that room, when she walked into that room and all of them was sitting around, you got Winston sitting on the bed. Hold on. When you had Winston, she was laying on the bed chilling on her phone, and the way that she looked at her, she had looked at her like this. Pretend it's a phone. She looked at Shanquella like, it's like people's facial expressions be so loud that they can't even hide it. When people have that deep-seated hatred so deep, it's going to show in your facial expression. At first, it was kind of a look of disgust, like, who invited her? Why is she even here? Why is she even in this room? And then it instantly turns to, I can't stand her. I want her to get out of here right now. I'm like, baby, your energy was so loud, Winston. We all heard your thoughts, bro. We all heard that. And we ain't stupid. We know that y'all was talking about Shanquella, and then when she walked in the room, y'all changed the subject so quick. Because if you heard what they was talking about, it didn't make sense. They wouldn't talk about nothing. Whatever they had changed the subject to was to just, to change the subject so she wouldn't peep nothing. But no, bro. It was a reason that she made that video, so we can see stuff. Because we putting two and two together. We piecing everything together, baby. I'm telling you, like, their energy. Okay, Spirit, I see where you're going with this. Because what happens is, okay, slow down, please. Negative energy spreads like wildfire. Monkey see, monkey do. People are natural followers. So when one person hates somebody, when demons start gathering up together, that's when they start clamming up together. And it's like basically they all had these demons. They all was battling with envy and jealousy, right? And what they was doing was that the more they were around each other, the more that they talked about Shanquella to each other when she wasn't around, the more they was feeding that demon. And the more that they kept feeding each other's demons, that's why people that don't like each other hang around each other so much, is because they feeding each other's demons. The demons that they don't want to face. If I can entertain them, if I can give it fuel, then I won't have to face it. It's you either face your demons or you play with, ooh, come on, Spirit. It's you either face your demons or you play with them. You either face your demons or you play with them. And if you playing with your demons, you most likely doing something that's allowing those demons to come out. When you are dealing with people that are envious, like that envious and jealous spirit, right? and you dealing with people that's like, shoot, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Because somebody just asked me who was Shanquella. That just distracted me. I'm sorry. Autistic brain. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, yeah. What did I say? I was saying like, what did I say, y'all? Because I didn't forget what I said. Okay, it's gonna come back. Oh yeah. You either can face your demons or you can play with your demons. And when you playing with demons, that's when people start playing with each other and they start like they have this envy towards somebody. So they sit up and they start talking about all the reasons why they hate that person. They bring out all of that stuff that they really want to say. You know what I'm saying? They playing with them. Instead, because when you playing with your demons, you focus on the trigger of the other person. But when you are actually facing it, you face it head on and you say, okay, why do you feel this way? Why do you feel that way about them? Let's digest this feeling. What are you feeling? Talk to me. That's facing your demons. They don't want to do that. So they playing with each other. You know what I'm saying? But what happens is the more that they was getting their demons riled up, the bigger that demon was getting. And the demon was in all of them. It was in all of them. So what they was doing is they was getting each other all riled up. And that's why the energy was so strong, because it was so much darkness in one place. It was so much darkness in one place because you got all of these. It's like literally you got all these demons around and you got this one angel that just came over here like, what's going on with y'all? That's why you felt that. That's why when we watched that video, you felt that energy was so strong, because all of that demons was coming out. All of that demons was right there. That's why you felt it so much. That's why you felt it. You can't hide what's in your heart. Energy is everything. Energy does not lie. If that is the epitome of energy does not lie. And we felt it. We felt it so strongly, baby. And back to what I was saying about quality over quantity. You want to have people around you people with morals, people that have a heart like yours. Because when you're around people that have the same morals as you, they have the same heart as you, y'all can speak the same language. Y'all can bounce off each other. Y'all can, I feed you, you feed me. It's a natural reciprocity. We uplift, we grow together. But if you're around people that have different morals than you and their mind is stuck on who they want to be, people that's stuck on, I want to talk about people, I want to gossip about people, I want to look down on people, I want to make fun of people. Somebody that's stuck in that mindset, they ain't gonna hear somebody that's over here like, well, why we gotta talk about somebody? Why we gotta gossip about them? Like, we have no idea what that person is going through. Why you making fun of somebody that's listening to their music and they jamming and they having a good time? Why are you mad because they have joy? They ain't gonna hear you, because in their mind, that's what they think. That's why birds of the feather flock together. That's why people that's like that, people that's negative, they love being around each other. They love that shit because no one's gonna sit here and challenge them. But if you are the good one that comes around these bad people, they gonna look at you like you the problem. When you know that when you are the good one, they're gonna look at you like you are the problem because they are all bad. You can't change people like that. You got to remove yourself and be around people where you can fully be yourself. If you are the type of person where you don't want to sit here and gossip, then stop hanging around people that gossip all the time. Don't be friends with people that's all y'all finna do. Nah, it don't make you suck up. It don't make you different. It just means I'm protecting my energy and I don't want to do something that's low vibrational. I want to raise my vibration, right? I want to talk about regular things. I want to talk about God. I want to talk about, whatever we want to talk about. Leveling up in life. I want to talk about the universe. Whatever you want to talk about. But if you see, average minds discuss ideas, small minds discuss people, and great minds discuss ideas. Y'all want to discuss ideas. Be around people that want to discuss ideas. And don't be around people with bad morals and bad character. Okay, thank you, Spirit, because good character corrupts good morals. You become like the people that you hang around. So if you are hanging around people with bad morals, their energy can start rubbing off on you. Their demons could latch on it. Oh, come on, thank you. And another reason why everything is attracted to the light. Darkness is attracted to the light. That's why dark people come around people that are of the light, because they want to latch on. Demons sometimes want to come around good spirits like, earth angels, children of God, because they want to latch on to you. That's why narcissists, energy vampires, toxic people, they so desperately want to cling on to you like this. Like, they want to be like, I want to be around you. I just really want to be around you. That they just hover around you like this. Like, come on, let me be around you. Because when it's time right, they want to latch on to you like this. And at this point, now you feeling heavy. Now it's heavy. You trying to move forward and they like this. Because they want to latch on to you. You ever notice that if you, I'm sorry, Chair. You ever notice that if you ever started hanging around like somebody that just had just toxic energy, bad morals, whatever the case is, and you started noticing that after you're hanging around this person, you just feel as if there's just this negative presence lingering around you. Like, maybe you go from feeling full of joy to now you're feeling sluggish and weak and angry. You go from being this person that is just like, just so positive to now you're snapping on people, to now you're saying mean things to people, and you wondering what's happening. They didn't rub their energy off on you. Their demon that needed a new host, and they latched onto you because you have more light. That's why they want to latch on to you. I'm telling you, spirits rub off on you. You become like the people that you hang around. Bad company corrupts good morals. Anytime, I could give you a prime example. This one neighbor of mine that lives, you know, a few doors down from me, right? She's not a good person. And when I was, but she masked herself as a good person. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm spending time around her and everything, I had started noticing that after a while, I started acting funny, right? I was acting funny. And I'm just like, why am I acting this way? And then I had realized it was because I was hanging around her. And when my intuition told me you got this energy from her, I instantly started to back up. You know what I'm saying? And it had actually took for somebody to even point it out to me. Like, my dude, my Mary Jane dude had pulled up because he was dropping something off for me, right? And then what had happened was, I was like, basically, I don't even really trip about stuff like he gave me a dub and I wasn't even trip. I don't even normally trip, but I started tripping with him over a dub, over some $20, bro. And then he kind of like, you know what, bro, I can just give you this dub back because like I ain't in the mood today. And when I heard that, I'm just like, dang, I just hurt somebody feeling just having a bad day. I would hate that. I'm like, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, dude. And then he like, I'm like, I don't even, and he had told me, he like, nah, sis, you acting different. And I'm like, and I'm like, you know what? I'm like, and he had told me, he said, spirits can rub off on you. And as soon as he said that, I looked right at her and she was looking at me with this goofy grin. Like off the movie Smile. That's how she was looking at me. And right there it was saying, stay away from her. Stay away from her. And sometimes we don't even see it ourselves. But like when we can put our pride aside sometimes and hear what people saying, it's saving your life. And after that, I swear to you, I had left her alone after that. I mean, it was a couple other things that had to happen to really like give me like something that happened. Like after that moment, I was seeing her differently. But for me, I was still trying to kind of like see what was happening, and boom, some other stuff had to happen to let me know I needed to walk away. But boom, I'm telling you, bad company corrupts good morals. And I was only hanging around this person for maybe a month. It doesn't take that long because energy is that quick, right? But yeah, don't be around people that ain't got the same morals as you. You want to be around people that have the same morals as you, because then you will grow that way. You will grow with your morals. You will feel more confident to behave in that way with your morals because you're around people that don't shame for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, be around people, start being around people that basically do the things that you like to do. If you are a type of person where you really love reading your Bible, you want to get more into reading your word, and let's say you want to have some friends where y'all can look at the Bible, read the Bible, and discuss the Bible. Find you friends that would love to do that. If you bring it up to a friend and they laughing at you, why would we read the Bible? Be around people that don't question when you're trying to level up your life and do good things. Okay, if you talking about leveling up your life in any area and they're looking at you funny, get away from them. Get away from them, because, you know, that's why they say, that's why in the Bible it says that, you know, that the path of, I'm probably saying this verbatim, but basically the path of righteousness, the path towards God is narrow. It's narrow because you ain't, like, not everybody is going to go on that path. You can't take everybody with you. A lot of times you're going to have to go on this journey by yourself. Just you and God for a season until God starts bringing more people to you. But the path, the righteous path is narrow because not everybody can walk that path. Don't walk like, and they say that the path towards destruction is broad. More people go towards destruction. If those people want to go towards destruction, let them. You go to your narrow path and save your soul, because it's every man for himself, bro. It's crazy, but number six, be around people that value your presence in their life. Let me say that again. Okay. Be around people that value your presence in their life. When there are people that are grateful that you are a part of their life, when you have, it doesn't matter if this is a friend, family member, like someone just within your community, just anybody that you know personally, if they appreciate your presence in their life, if they're like, I'm just grateful that you are here. Thank you. I'm just grateful that you are here. You don't have to be nobody else but yourself. You just being yourself. I am so grateful that you are here. Those people value your presence in their life. And when they value that, they value your life. Like, even the thought of you not being in their life anymore is going to hurt their feelings. It's going to hurt them because they want you in their life. Those are the people that you want to have around you. Those are the people that you want to stay connected with, because those are the people that really care about you. They will show you that they care about you. When they value your presence in their life, they value your life. That's how you met your people, because your people gonna have pure intentions for you the whole time. Your people gonna have pure intentions for you. And there may be times where, you know what I mean, listen, Yeshua had 12 disciples. One of his disciples denied him, and one of his disciples doubted him. But Yeshua still had pure intentions for them the entire time, because it's like, it's not even me that they don't trust. It's they self they don't trust. It's not even, it's like Yeshua was like, it ain't me that they denying, it's God that they're denying. That's their own personal problem with God. Like, they allowed their flesh to get the best of them. And sometimes that happens. People allow their flesh to get the best of them. They allow their doubt to get the better of them. But the thing is, it doesn't make them a bad person. It's just a lot of people are dealing with their own battles. And we go through a spiritual warfare every day. And the first spiritual warfare is in your mind. And a lot of times you can be such a good person, such a pure soul. Thank you, Peter and doubting Thomas. Because I knew Thomas was the doubter, but I had forgot the one that denied him. It was Peter. Thank you. Thank you. It was Peter that denied him, and it was Thomas that doubted him. But that's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, people may sometimes doubt how pure you are. You know what I'm saying? Because they're so used to nasty people in this world that sometimes it does seem too good to be true that a person could just be that pure and have pure intentions for you, but you are rare. So the thing is continue to have a pure intentions for those people that you love and care about. The people that you know that God sent into your life, have pure intentions for them. If they are going through any doubts towards you, or if they are like distancing themselves away from you at some point in time because they're dealing with their own internal battle, give them their space, leave them be. They will be back, because a true bond can't be broken. Eventually, like, they're going to cross that bridge and come back to you when they feel within their spirit to come back. But if they're dealing with their own personal thing, leave them be. Let them go. Leave them be for a while, and just continue to send them love. And don't take it personal, because it may be difficult to not take it personal, but don't take that personal. But it's like your loved ones that create distance because they're dealing with their own personal things, and they're like, I can't be here for anybody else, but I need to be here for me. Sometimes that happens, right? But it's okay. It's okay though. They'll be back around, because as long as you haven't done anything that wrong if they look at the situation, if they look at the relationship that you all have, and they know that like the whole time you've been genuine, the whole time you've been loving them unconditionally, the whole time you've just been kind to them and loving towards them, that's something that can't be taken away. It's something that they will always remember. Regardless of what's going on in their head, they gonna have your energy and your actions and your intentions to remember. And the best thing that you can do is pray for those people. Like, if you could tell that somebody's withdrawing their energy, just pray for them and say, I just pray that anything that they're going through, that they overcome it, that they are delivered from it. And I pray that when the time is right for us to reconnect, that we reconnect. Yes. All right. So now I want to move to the next part, because I was going to do this in 2 parts, but into the next part, I want to talk about how can we move forward in our lives as a collective hearing this story about Shanquella. Because Shanquella is a mark in history. Like anything that occurred within, like, ever since 2020 hit and they hit us with the pandemic, everything that was happening was amplified. Everything was intensified. Everything started a riot. Everything started a revolution. It started first with George Floyd. Listen, George Floyd wasn't the first person that had recently gone through police brutality and lost his life. But at the time that it came within the pandemic years, that's when we was tired. We not putting up with this no more. When that happened to George Floyd and the whole country went in uproar, it was a riot. People were looting. I mean, I don't even think we did the looting stuff and burning stuff down since they had assassinated Martin Luther King. Because that was the rage that was coming out of people. Because what's happening now is we're not about to sit back and sit here and just allow that. Like, no, we're standing up. We're fighting for justice for our people. Because if they not going to do it, we have to do it. We have to come together. Division is how they win, but unity is how we conquer. When we unify ourselves as a collective, that's how we fight against them. We fight not against the flesh, but principalities in higher places. We have the light beings going against the dark beings. That's how we fight, because the light always overpowers the darkness. So how can we move forward? How can we move forward? Number 1, I said this, is to share her story and to bring awareness. Bring justice for Shanquella. Shanquella's loved ones, Shanquella's family, they want justice for that little girl. Let's bring her justice. Let's continue to share her story. Let's continue to say her name. Like every single time we say her name, George Floyd, say his name. Sandra Bland, Omega Rowe, rest in peace. My soror, Sandra Bland is my soror. Say her name. Breonna, what was her name? What was it? Breonna Taylor? Was that the one that was shot up? Was that her name? George Zimmerman, say his name. What was the other one? I'm drawing a blank. But you know, it's plenty of people. If y'all want to drop these names in the comments, whatever you want to do. But listen, we know those people. Say their name. That's how we bring justice. That's how we show, like, we're not about to sit here and let their story... Trayvon Martin, yes. We're not about to sit there and let their story die with them. No, because Shanquella's death was not in vain. What does it mean for something to be in vain? When something is in vain, that means it's worthless, it's pointless. There's no purpose for it. When something is not in vain, that's saying it's for a purpose. It's for justice. It's for something. There's power behind it. So listen, Shanquella's death was not in vain. Because there is a story being, like, people are telling her story. People are coming out and speaking out. People are, it's as if her destiny is being fulfilled in her death. Shanquella is going to be talked about. She's talked about on podcasts, on YouTube channels. She's going to be in history books. People are going to write a book about her. Someone's going to make a movie about her. It's going to either be on Netflix, going to be whatever streaming platform. Nighttime's gonna make it, but they are going to make a movie about her. Her story is going to be heard. Her story is going to be here forever. Nothing is in vain. Her death was not in vain. This is just the beginning, baby. This is just the beginning. Because we need to share stories like this, because too many incidences like Shanquella happens all the time. But you know why people don't know about it? It's because people are not putting it on video. A lot of stuff is not getting filmed and put out there for people to see. But it does occur. It does happen. It happens behind closed doors when no one is seen. You see, they were foolish to film it. You see how it all backfired? They thought it was sweet. They thought it was cool to go ahead and film that, but you basically just, like, gave evidence to your hate crime. These are dumb criminals. Like Michael Jackson, if you're going to be a criminal, be a smooth criminal. But no, they're dumb criminals. And that was a hate crime. That was a hate crime, what they did to her. That's first-degree manslaughter. That's, first level homicide. whatever you want to call it. That was a hate crime. Okay. Yes, one more thing. The reason as to why we got to continue to bring her story out is because it can save other people's lives, so that we can point out red flags, so that we can try to, when we can recognize certain traits and qualities in the people that we want to call our friends, the people that want to spend time with us or take trips with us. When we see those types of qualities in the people around us that we see in those monsters, that's when we can recognize, nah, I know what that is. Let me stay away. Let me stay away. Because all it is a negative demonic spirit. And when we can identify what that spirit is, that's how we can get away from it. Okay, number 2. How can we move forward? How can we move forward? Number 2, I love this one. Expose abusers. Expose these abusers. Expose the rapists, the pedophiles, the predators, the child molesters, domestic violence, like the people that are putting their hate, like, the men that want to like physically harm women. You know what I'm saying? Like, expose these abusers, because if they do it once, they're going to do it again. Anybody that does a hate crime like that, if they do it once, they're going to do it again. If they're not caught, they're going to go do it again. You know how like how when one rape, like a man rapes one woman or molests one woman or a girl or whatever, he's going to go do it again. Same thing when you have narcissists that want to put their hands on women and abuse women. He did it in one relationship. He goes and he does it in another relationship, because he's not getting caught, because he's not getting reprimanded. So what we have to do is we have to take a stand against them. Forget their image and their reputation, because their reputation and image is not going to be saved when they came after our soul. You came after my soul. I'm not caring about your image, baby. Expose these abusers, because it's like, I'm not about to sit back and allow somebody else to be put through what you put me through. So if I can say this as a warning to other people, so that you know who this person is, so that you steer clear away. Yeah. We have to expose these abusers for who they are. Call them out by name, so that you see them and you know them. So if they ever come around you, you know what you're dealing with. Not whom you're dealing with, but what you are dealing with. And what are you dealing with? A demonic spirit. Okay. Moving on. Okay. We need these abusers to be reprimanded for their actions. We need them to be, because another way that these abusers don't continue to do what they do and they don't stop, they don't learn their lesson, is because if they are not punished for their crime, if they are not reprimanded for what they have done, they will continue to do what they do. So if we expose them and report them, have to call her back. So if we expose these abusers for who they are, we can when we expose them and we report them, then basically what happens is that they will receive their consequences of their actions. That's the thing is, that's probably the only way that they're gonna learn. The only way that they're gonna stop doing what they're doing. The only way that they will learn their lesson and see exactly how horrible what they did just was. Because if you throw them in jail, they're going to have all the time in the world to think about what they have done. You know, it's like y'all so quick to throw a black dude up in prison for a little dub or a tray 5 or KD. But you letting rapists run free. You're letting child molesters and pedophiles and predators run free. You're letting murderers run free. But you're going to throw somebody in there for something medicinal. For something that came from the earth. For something that Yeshua was smoking. Come on now. Please. Y'all got the wrong people in prison. But listen, and I know how difficult it is sometimes to go report people and report them, so that they could be reprimanded for their actions. Yes, of course, you still are going to have to heal on your own and your own internal journey. But listen, these people have to pay for what they have caused you. Report them. Expose them. So that way they know that there is going to be consequences for your actions. See what happens when they try to silence people and they try to brush stuff under the rug and they try to move on and act like it didn't happen. They want to throw a stone and have their hands. Nah, baby. We gonna know who just threw that stone. Because there's too many bad people out here running free in this world that don't need to be running free. Too many bad people hurting others. Too many rapists out here raping every woman that they come across. Too many narcissists going over here mentally and abusing women every single time he gets in a relationship with them. No, we don't need that in this world. We done suffered enough. The good people done suffered at the hands of these bad people. These bad people need to be gone. These bad people need to be gone, bro. Next. How can we move forward? Walk away from people that you sense has hidden jealousy or animosity towards you. If you could feel that a person is envious of you or jealous of you, or you could feel like, like if they say certain things to you that are a little shady and are trying to put you down or they're belittling you or shaming you for things, pay attention to that, okay? Pay attention to it. Because those people, they can't hide their energy. They can't hide what's in their heart. So if they have hatred towards you, it's going to come out, or eventually the mask is going to slip. So if you feel this energy from them, walk away from those people. Because these people will stay around you just so they can have a front row seat at your demise, at when you slip up. It's like they want to watch you so closely so when you fall, they could be the first one to laugh at you. They could be the first one to say, ha ha. They could be the first one to be like, mm-hmm. They could be the first ones to look down on you. Because they ain't going to reach out their hands to help you up. They that close to you, within arm's reach, within arm's length, but they won't even reach out, extend a hand to help you up when you fall, but they this close to you. So why are you here? Stay clear away from those people. It doesn't matter who it is. Any acquaintances, co-workers, friends, sorority members, fraternity members, community members, family too. Stay away from them, because at the end of the day, we are all just people. And titles mean nothing. Even last names, even blood, even DNA means nothing to people. If it meant nothing to Cain when he killed Abel, if it meant nothing to Joseph's brothers when they killed him, it don't mean nothing to these people. If these people don't like you, don't disrespect yourself by going around people that have disrespected you and shown you that they don't like you. Don't disrespect yourself by going around people like that. If they tolerate you and they don't appreciate you, leave them be. Go on about their life. You know what I'm saying? Protect your peace and save your life. Because jealousy is as deadly as the grave. People have lost their lives because of jealousy. People have taken other people's lives. Dashanae, Winter, and the other shorty took away Shanquella's life out of jealousy. It's that dangerous. It's that deadly. Because it's that demonic. Next. Oh, wait. Sorry. Wasn't done with that sheet. And also, okay, let's see. Also, I wanted to add in that, this message was really for us talking to people that are the good people. You know what I'm saying? But also, it's probably some bad people out here that's listening to this. And it's like, we got to to people that are like Shanquella's friend group, that act like that, we pretty much got to identify, if y'all have a problem, then why were you constantly around her? That makes you weird. That makes them weird. Because listen, that's not your friend if you're jealous of them or if you have ill feelings towards them. Now, remember how I talked about the difference between envy and jealousy? Sometimes it may be a little normal to have a little bit of envy towards another friend. Like, let's say you come from a toxic family and they come from a very loving family, and it's just kind of like, man, I a little bit envy the relationship that they have with their parents or their family, because I wish I had that myself. But you love your friend and you're not going to let that get the best of you, right? But when you have, that's what I'm saying. Envy is a normal feeling, but with gratitude and love, that's how you can stop it from growing into a weed. And like, don't let that envy grow into a weed, because it's only going to grow into a weed, right? You want to stop it. You want to stop it before it grows. Don't continue to fertilize it with negativity. You want to fill it with love and with gratitude, and then that seed is going to grow into a flower. You want that seed to grow into a flower, not into a weed. But anyway, if you have friends that are jealous of you, if you have friends that have ill feelings toward, not even just friends, let's just, in general, people around you that are jealous of you, okay, wait, I'm talking to a different group of people. But anyway, these people, if you are jealous of somebody, if you have ill feelings towards somebody, that is not your friend. You are not their friend. You all are not each other's friends. Because how can you call yourself friends with somebody when you are so jealous of them? That ain't your friend. That's not your friend. If you have ill feelings towards them, like you praying on their downfall, like you secretly want to see them struggle, that's not your friend. Don't call yourself do not call yourself their friend if that's how you feel about them. I'm gonna be all up in y'all house today because I ain't done. You aren't their friend if you enjoy watching them suffer. If you enjoy watching them suffer at anything in their life, financial struggles, like sickness, whatever the case is, if you enjoy watching them struggle, you are not their friend. You can't call them your friend if you like watching that, because a real friend is not going to sit there and watch their friend struggle. They're not going to even feel comfortable if their friend is struggling. A real friend will find out that their friend is struggling and be like, baby, what do you need? I can help you. A real friend is going to be like, baby, you've been dealing with this whole time. You ain't had no money. Your lights ain't been on and you ain't called nobody. Baby, we finna go turn your lights on right now. A real friend gonna get kind of mad at you that why didn't you call me for help? Because I would definitely help you. That's a real friend. But if you sitting up there and you enjoy watching them struggle, if a person you call a friend talks about how they done been through something traumatic and you say nothing to uplift them, nothing to help them, you make it about yourself, instantly you are not their friend. You are not their friend. If you do not celebrate their wins, you are not their friend. They accomplish something. They have something new. They get a new job. They start their own business. They may get themselves a new car. They may get themselves a new place. They are engaged. They just got married. They just had a baby. And you aren't celebrating their wins, you are not their friend. Because friends are supposed to be happy for you. Like, friends share their joy. When they're happy, that makes you happy. But if you don't like seeing them happy, if you don't want to celebrate their wins, if you don't want to celebrate them being blessed in life, you are not their friend. Stay away from them. Why are you even friends with them if you don't like the fact that they're doing well in life? It don't make sense. Make it make sense. If people don't like seeing you do good in life, they are not your friends. If you don't like seeing people around you that you call your friends doing good in life because they're doing better than you, you are not their friend. And that's probably why you're not doing good right now in your life, because you speaking ill on everybody else. You looking at everybody else being blessed and you mad at you thinking, why are they blessed and not me? Baby, you realize that God is abundant and there's plenty enough blessings for everybody to go around, but you looking at them like, why them? That's exactly why you haven't had anything, because you're wondering why them instead of thinking, God, what can I do to get that blessing? You looking at them and looking down on them instead of just going to God and be like, God, I see what you're doing for others. How can I get this same thing? Because I know you can have it for me. But y'all want to sit up there and you want to look down on those people. That's exactly why you staying where you are. That's exactly why things are not progressing for you. That's exactly why you don't have any friends. That's exactly why you don't have friends, because people don't want to be around you, because people don't want to deal with your negative energy. This is why your family doesn't want to deal with you, why your children don't want to deal with you, why people don't want to deal with you, because you have that nasty energy. It be the most toxic people be feeling entitled to have people around them, but all they want to do is just look down on people and shit all over people. Nobody wants to be around that. And the thing is, they be so stuck in their mind, they head be so far up here that they don't even realize how toxic they are. And then when nobody wants nothing to do with them, then they like, well, why am I alone? I don't even... Why do you think? You done burned all your bridges with everybody else? My sister has shared with me a quote, and she has said, Okay, my sister quote said, people burn all day bridges and then complain about being lonely. Oh, this ain't even my quote. This is my sister quote. She said, people be burning all day bridges and then want to complain that they lonely. And it's so true, because the people that want to be shitty towards everybody and mean towards everybody and then just be abusive towards everybody, nobody wants to be around that, because nobody wants to go spend their time and their energy and give their presence to somebody that's going to make them feel bad. Like, you want to be uplifted after you spend time with somebody. You don't want to be put down. You don't want to go around somebody and now you got to heal from what this person done said to you. No, don't go around them then. People want to treat people horribly and then feel entitled to treat people horribly and think people still supposed to put up with that. No one's about to put up with you and your BS. No one is about to put up with any type of toxicity and abuse and think that people are supposed to just sit up there and take that. No. You're going to find yourself all alone, having nobody dealing with you, coming to the end of your life, and ain't nobody around you. So it's like, get it together. Get your spirit together. Get yourself together with God. Get right with God. Or else your life is going to go on a constant downward spiral. And that's going to be your demise. Another thing. This person is not your friend if you feel bitter towards their entire existence. You are not that person's friend if them just merely existing puts a bitter taste in your mouth. Like, if anytime you hear their name, if anytime you see their face, if anytime you hear their voice, you'll be, that's the face of disgust. If you are like that towards them, you are not their friend. And let me tell you something, baby. Real quick. If you ever notice somebody, this ain't to the person, this ain't to that type of energy, but this is to the good people out there. If you are ever around somebody, it doesn't matter who it is, and if you catch them staring at you or looking at you and they got this nasty look on their face, that person don't like you. They don't like you. They can't stand you. They despise you, actually. And their hate for you was so strong that their face couldn't even hide it. It's like, dang, baby, you hate me that much that you can't even hide it. You can't even hide your hatred. Some people can't even hide their hatred towards you. Pay attention. Pay attention to people's body language. Right? So if the mere existence of somebody bothers you that much, you need to leave that person alone and stay away from them and don't be their friend. Don't force yourself to be around them. Don't force that person to be around you because you don't even want them around. You don't even like that person. So why are you around them? It don't make sense. Because if you have people that are around you, if you are forcing somebody to be around you and you know you don't like them, you're weird. You're weird. That's weird. Next. Stay away from people stay away from people that you feel this type of energy towards, because if they trigger your wounds and your insecurities, and every time they trigger those wounds and insecurities, you feel a need to attack them, you need to heal, because you are attacking the trigger without dealing with the issue. You're attacking the trigger. And the thing is, they ain't did nothing to you. That has already been existing. All they did was just shed light on what's already within you. And if you attacking them instead of dealing with yourself inwardly, stay away from those people. Leave them alone. Stop being around them. Stop inviting them around. If all you're going to do, if you know that a person triggers you by their mere presence alone, why do you bring them around? Don't bring them around for obligation. If y'all really don't want to deal with somebody, then why don't you just say, let's just part ways. Let's just not be cool no more. Fine. People will respect that more than you pretending to be somebody's friend, pretending to be cool with them when all you do is bully them and abuse them, because now you're weird. It's like, you don't want it to be my friend, but then you want to abuse me the whole time. Like, make it make sense. You could have left me alone. That's the problem. You just leave people alone. Just leave people alone, bro. Just leave people alone. We too grown to be bullying people. Leave people alone. Because the thing is, if you vibrate low enough, you can cause harm or hurt to them. If you vibrate low enough. Because if you let your emotions get the best of you, If you let your emotions get the best of you and you act impulsively, you can really hurt somebody, because those girls, Dashanae, she let her emotion get the best of her. If you felt the power behind each of those blows, like, it was hard, because there was so much emotion behind all of those punches. But let me tell you, it wasn't even nothing that Shanquella did to her. Dashanae had her own demons she was dealing with from her own childhood, from her own pain, from her own life. She needed a scapegoat, a punching bag to let that emotion out. But baby, if you, Dashanae, why didn't you just go take up a boxing class and punch an inanimate objects with all of that force that you got? But you put that force on a human being and you saw what you did. How does it feel to be a murderer? You're a murderer. Like that episode of Black Mirror. White Bear, you're a murderer, Dashanae. You're a murderer, Winter. Whatever that shorty last name, other light-skinned girl, Redbone, you're a murderer too. And these other little dudes, whatever y'all name is, I don't know. You're cowards. You're not men, you're cowards. How you gonna do that to our sister, bro? I don't even know her, but I feel like that's my sister, bro. You gonna just... You're a murderer, Dashanae. You're a murderer, Winter, and you're a murderer, other shorty that was there too. Y'all are murderers. How does it feel? How do you feel? How are you sleeping at night? You probably ain't sleeping at night, are you? The devil's got you, baby. The devil got you now. You at the point of no return, baby. It ain't no saving your soul. Don't worry, baby, because you can try to leave this world, but baby, you gonna come back and deal with all of that karma. Let me tell you, you gonna come back. You gonna come back and deal with all of that karma. But you know what's probably gonna happen? You probably gonna go through the same, all of y'all is gonna come back to earth and y'all gonna be taken out the same way that she was taken out. Because that's how you gonna learn. That's how you gonna clear that karma. Ooh! Ooh! You see, that's why earth is such a difficult dimension to master, because when y'all vibrate so low and y'all act off of those low vibrational energies and you allow those demons to consume you, and then you do stuff like this, like you take away somebody else's life, you taking away somebody else's life, you just took away your own. And now you're going to come back, because there's no way that you can ascend after that. It's okay. They're going to be back. They may try to off themselves in prison, but they're going to be back. They're going to be back. It's either this lifetime or next lifetime you deal with what she went through. Pick one, because you can't avoid this, baby. You can't avoid this. And I have no sympathy for you. I have no empathy for you. Nothing at all. Because I would love to be in front of each and every one of you and look you directly in the eye so I could see the spirit of Jezebel in each and every one of you, the spirit of wrath. I want to call them out on every single one of you and watch you crumble. I want to watch your body crumble as I call those demons and cast them out of you, baby. I would love to do that. I would love to see you crumble, because those spirits are coming out of you. Oop, it's coming out of you. That spirit in you, come on out. Because let me tell you, baby, none of those people, none of those monsters would dare look me in the eye, because demons be knowing who a strong spirit is. I will look them in the eye, they gonna look away. A little old me gonna look away, because the strength is so powerful, baby. Come on now. So what can we do to fix this? Because all of you people that, people like Dashanae's friends, those monsters, when y'all dealing with stuff like that, when y'all dealing with this energy, all that jealousy, what do? You don't go attack another person. You don't go take another person's life. You don't go beat somebody down. You don't go premeditate instrumental aggression and go plan to do something to hurt somebody. You don't do that. What you do is you go inward. You go inward. Everybody's avoiding going inward. That's why they want to fight with everybody else outside, because they too cowardly to go inward. The strongest people have went inward and faced everything inside of them. And that's why nothing on the outside scares them. Nothing on the outside world scares me. I watch scary movies now. I'm like, oh, stuff happens. I'm like, when you face what's within you, that's scary enough, baby. Go inward. When you go inward, you find the root cause to each and every single one of your pains. And the thing is, all of that anger that they had towards Shanquella, all of that resentment, anger, if you think about iceberg, anger is the tip of that iceberg. But what's underneath the surface that you can't see? What's underneath the surface that you can't see is hurt, is sadness, is pain, is disappointment. All of that creates the anger. I say anger is just masked hurt. It's hard to say that word, like M-A-S-K-E-D. So I say it this way. Anger is just hurt wearing a mask. Anger is just sadness wearing a mask. All of those people are deeply sad. They're hurt people. Literally hurt people, hurt people. That's the epitome of hurt people, hurt people. But if they would have just went inward, if they would have just dealt with whatever they was dealing with on the inside, they wouldn't have done that. And let me tell you another thing. Get away from people that don't have God in their life. If you are around friends that's talking about, I don't believe in God, back. Because the minute they stop believing in God, they walking right into the hands of the enemy. They going right into the ways of the world. And if you are walking with God, you can't walk with people that's walking with the enemy, baby. You can't, because you can't serve two masters. Not everybody can go with you. That's why they say the path of righteousness is narrow. Because even you gonna have to leave your own mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your best friend, your childhood best friend from your neighborhood. You're gonna have to leave them too. Because if they stop believing in God, you don't want them around you because you don't know what's going on in their spirit, baby. I'm telling you. It's every man for himself. It's a spiritual warfare. You got to protect your spirit. Because the enemy can use anybody closest to you to come after you. You know what I'm saying? If they don't have a relationship with God, if they don't believe in God, if they don't pray to God, get away from them. Because all of those people that did that stuff, none of them have God in their life. Because how can you have God in your life if you just brutally murder somebody, if you just beat somebody to death? You ain't got no God in your life. Y'all are demons walking. Everybody that does those horrible things like that to people, they have no relationship with God. You ain't even trying to talk to them about God and bring them closer to God. And if they still reject it, fine, then get away from those people. Leave them alone. I'm telling you, it's going to save your life. It doesn't matter who it is. It don't matter. It don't matter. Wake up. It don't matter who it is. If they do not have a relationship with God, if they tell you, I don't believe in God anymore, if they say anything about that, to curse God, to look God like that, what is... Because I don't like when people disrespect my heavenly mother and father. I don't like when people do that. I can't be around people like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I don't even see her. I don't even see her. You finna get up out of here. Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This little shorty right here. This little shorty right here. Why are you sitting here listening to my whole live? Shorty was up here listening to I didn't block her, but Shorty listening to my whole live comments and stuff. But I'm so in the word. I'm not reading these comments because I don't want to get distracted. But I saw this. You're weird, sweetie. That's what I'm saying. Weird shit like that. Don't like the message, but constantly watching. You see monitoring spirits. You see how the devil always be trying to come up in here and stop shit all the time. But no. Wake up and realize this. If they don't have a relationship with God, if they don't believe in God, you gotta let them go for a little bit. Even it may have to be for a season, maybe a few seasons. And just pray for them. Because you trying to talk to them about, they ain't gonna want to hear you. So if that's a loved one that you care about, just pray for their spirit. Pray that God delivers them. Pray that God re-enters back into their life. That's how you can help them. You can pray for them. But you got to stay away from them. You got to stay away from them. Because when people ain't got God in their ear and they constantly listening to the devil can get them to do stuff that they wouldn't normally do. You got to stay away from people. Lastly, I was saying that you got to go inward to deal with your demons, or else they will consume you. Or else they will consume you. If you don't deal with your demons, they gonna consume you. That's why we need to heal. That is why we need to heal. And that is why all of us need to go to therapy. Honestly, going to therapy, seeing a therapist, a psychologist, a counselor is is a physician for mental health. The same way you have to see your primary care physician. Okay? The same way, ladies, we have to see our OBGYN. right? The same way that we have to see a dentist regularly, okay? The same, for those of you that wear glasses or contacts, I have on contacts right now. I've been wearing glasses since I was 7 years old. I have horrible eyesight, okay? The same way we have to go see our eye doctor every year is the same way that we need to see a counselor regularly. Regularly. We all need it because that's our mental health. We got our physical health and we have our mental health. We all need to be in therapy. We all need to be talking to somebody because that's going to help us. It's going to give you an outlet. Someone that's going to talk to you that can help you in a non-judgmental way. That can help you to grow, that can help you see things that you may not even be seeing yourself, so that you can talk about situations, because you may have to, you can't talk to your family about everything because sometimes your family is the problem. You have to talk to people outside of your family, a non-biased, an outsider. We all need to go to therapy. And most importantly, we need to go to God, because God will fix your spirit. If you don't like your spirit, if you feel like, man, I don't like certain things about me, I want to change, I want to grow, great. That's the first step. That's the first step, because God says you are pure and you are made clean. When you repent of your sins and you forgive all of the, the trespasses that you have made against yourself, the trespasses you have made against other people, when you repent to God and you tell God, God, forgive me for all of my sins, for what I did to this person, for what I did here. And you truly repent in your heart because you are remorseful, because you recognize what you've done wrong and you want to have a better relationship with yourself. You want to have a better relationship with God. You want to be a better version of yourself. Go to God and God will fix everything. Cast your worries and your burdens onto God. That's why Yeshua died for us, so that all of our sins are to be forgiven and thrown into the sea of forgiveness. When God forgives our sins, God does not continue to hound us about them. That's the enemy hounding you about it. So after you done repented about something, and then the enemy is constantly telling you, reminding you of that, that's the enemy trying to get inside your head. Because God said you are forgiven. But if the enemy is reminding you of it, it's trying to make you sad, right? Tell the enemy, I'm forgiven. I am forgiven. You have to fight the enemy in your mind, baby, because that's where they attack first. Those people really just had corrupt spirits. And it's a lot of people around here that have spirits just like that. And don't underestimate their youth. I'm telling you, people could be that young and have that much evilness within them, because the enemy can use anybody as a pawn. Because we are the spirit first, the mind second, the body last. This is just a vessel. It's just a glob of meat. That is it. When you vibrate high enough, the enemy, demons, the devil ain't got no room to enter. But when you're vibrating low, you have all of this space. The demons jump inside your vessel and they are operating through you. You can't be around people that have that type of spirit within them. You can recognize that spirit with like, if you are always feeling anxiety or on edge when you're around these people, if you just feel like anytime you're around them, you feel like you're in danger, there's this impending doom, or you feel like something's gonna happen, it's because their energy is vibrating so low that you can feel that. Stay away from them. You see, the thing is that we can learn from the situations. We got to be discerning on the spirits that are around us. If you feel like a nasty spirit is going to show you that it's a nasty spirit. If the energy that you're feeling from somebody that you consider a friend or a loved one, if that energy is nasty, if they are belittling you, if they are putting you down, if they are shaming you, if they are abusing you verbally, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, if they are gaslighting you, they're projecting, they're like you just sitting there minding your own business, reading a book, and somebody just comes out of nowhere and just starts fucking with you. I'm telling you, negative spirit. Ooh, come on. Pardon my French, but negative spirits like that, they come around not because they want to fuck with you and be your buddy. It's because they want to fuck with you. They want to mess with you. They want to pick on you. They want to hurt you. They want to bully you. Because they feel like that's going to make them feel better. You see, there's no rest for the wicked. The enemy has a job, and the demons have a job to come after God's children, to come after God's good souls, to come after the men and the women of God, to come after God's sons and daughters. That's what the enemy has to do, because when Lucifer was kicked out of heaven and took a third of the angels with him, they're now fallen angels, and those demons is now running rampant around this earth, trying to come after God's people. We got to be discerning on the spirit. That's how we fight it, is be discerning on the spirit. When we can be discerning of the spirit that we are dealing with, we can walk away. But when we are not discerning of the spirit that's around us and we're constantly around them, it only drains us. You see how these narcissists, these energy vampires walk away unharmed, and they walk away fine because they just took all our energy. And we walk away drained. We walk away hurt. We walk away traumatized from stuff that we have to heal from. We can protect ourselves from that when we can recognize that spirit for what it is and walk away. 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, for your adversary, the devil, roams around like a lion seeking whom he may devour. Those demons, those narcissists, those energy vampires, toxic people, they scope people. They gang stalk. They look for people that they can come after. They look for people that they can devour. They look for spirits and souls that they want to devour. That's what they're saying, to be vigilant. Be vigilant. To have your vigilant is to not just look at things through your earthly eyes, but to look at your stuff, look at people through your spiritual eye. What are you feeling in their energy? What do you feel about their energy? Does their energy feel pure or does it not feel pure? If it feels pure, then you can trust them. If it doesn't feel pure, pay attention to that. That's what God means to be vigilant. And also to be sober-minded. We can take that in the literal term, to be sober, because when you are inebriated, when you are intoxicated, your discernment can be off. It can affect your discernment. That's very true. That's one of the reasons why do you think in Muslim culture they don't drink? Because they want to be sober. They want to be sober-minded. Because they don't want negative demonic spirits to come and get in there. Because honestly, drinking lowers your vibration. So that's probably why. But also to be sober is not necessary. There's different contexts to it, because you know what I'm saying? Like when you look at the scripture, you got to break it down. And another way that I look at that scripture is to make sure that, like, to be sober-minded is to be clear-minded, to have the armor of God, to have like that shield, that to protect your crown. When your crown is protected and your spirit, your third eye is protected, you're able to see things clearly through the eyes of the Lord, not through the eyes of the world. Oh, come on, spirit, come on. When you see things through the eyes of the world, you don't tend to like pay attention to what you feel internally. You don't listen to your intuition. You look at logic. They don't want you to look at things logically. They want you to look at things spiritually. Everything is spiritual. So that's why they tell, when you see things through the eyes of the Lord and you see things through the spirit, sober-minded, seeing things through God's eyes, that's how you can see things for what they are. That's how we see things for what they are. I like that. I just broke that down. But yeah. Shanquella's story really, really shook me up. It really hurt my heart, man, because she did not have to go through that. She really didn't. Like, she was such a vibrant light, a beautiful soul. Like, nobody deserves to go through that. And she was such a good person. She was, giving so much. Like, she was an entrepreneur. She braided little girls' hair. You know what I'm saying? And little black girls' hair. You know what I'm saying? Because she probably got her hair braided like when she was a little girl. I got my hair braided like when I was a little girl. You know what I'm saying? And I would tend to go to like the same people at times. So I'm thinking, like, if I was a little girl and I was going to her, braiding my hair, and all of a sudden this happened, I wouldn't know what to think as a child. You know what I'm saying? But like, she was doing, like, they probably loved her. All of those girls loved her. And it's just sad how it's so much like evil and wickedness in this world where they just took out a good spirit like that. And that's why it's just not sitting right with me, because like, it's like that. I can't say that. I can't say that because I can't say that it shouldn't have happened, because God is in control of everything. God has a reason and a purpose behind every single thing. But it just hurts my heart that this beautiful, amazing soul had to be like, the last moments of her life was just so traumatic, so painful. And it's like, it's so many people out here in this world that like, that have such a good heart that they see past the bad in people and they only see the good. And it's like, it's a message to all empaths of the world, is that it's a wonderful thing for you to see the good in people. Continue to see the good in people, but don't be blind to the bad in them as well. You will, as an empath, you will always see the good in people. You will always see people in their pure essence, right? But, however, do not be blind to the bad that's within them. If you see bad qualities within people, if you see bad energy within somebody, don't ignore that. Because it's the very things that we ignore is what causes us problems in the long run. It's like if you ignore red flags, it can become problems later on. Oh, another thing. Thank you, Spirit, for just bringing this back to me. Is that not everybody can go with you. As you begin to level up your life, because Shanquella had leveled up her life. She had escaped the matrix. She was an entrepreneur. She was financially stable and independent. And when you begin to level up in your life, not everybody's going to want to, not all of the people that are around you are going to be happy to see that. Some people are going to want to like sabotage you or take you down or prevent you from moving forward because people want to see you doing good, just not better than them. So you got to remember that when you are ready to level up in your life, you're going to have to leave some people behind. You may have to leave everybody behind when you level up your life, because you need to have no distractions and nobody in your ear trying to tell you what you should and should not do. Because when it's just you and God for a season, all you have is God's voice. All you have is God's guidance. You don't have no other naysayers or doubters in your ear. It's just you and God for a season. And God grows you, God develops you. And at that point, God brings the people into your life that God wants you in your life. But when we cling on to people and we hold on to people that are not good for us, when we don't walk away from people that we need to walk away from, it can cost us our life, unfortunately. And that's the truth and reality of the situation, is that we have to protect ourselves and save our lives. And don't allow, like, I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. Use this as a lesson where it's like, is it their feelings or my life? Is it their feelings or is it my life? Choose yourself. Choose your life. You got to put your life, baby, over other people's feelings. Because what if you lose your life? What if you miss your destiny because you're dealing with the wrong people? Your destiny is too great. You have too much of a purpose in this world. You have too much of a bright future ahead of you to deal with negative people. So right now, I think what I encourage, this is what everyone needs to do right now, is you need to reevaluate your circle. Who is in your circle right now? Your friend group. Do you have anybody in your circle that resembles, even to the slightest degree, any of those horrible friends, enemies? We don't call them enemies. If you have anybody that has the slightest indication or the slightest similarity to those enemies of Shanquella, let those people go. Let them go. Evaluate everybody in your circle right now. Not just your friendship circle, but I mean like your family circle. Everybody that surrounds you. You want people in your inner circle, your inner court, to be people that care about you, that love you unconditionally, that are genuine with you, and they want you to live, and they want you to be uplifted. People that uplift you. People that want to see you succeed. People that want to see you do great. People that want to see you happy and healthy and healed. You want people in your inner court that care about you that deeply. You want people in your life, in your inner circle, that care about your life. Like if you're looking around people right now and you feel like if there's anybody like in your inner circle that they probably wouldn't care if you were to drop. Those people do not need to be in your circle. Reevaluate the people that you have around you, because it can be anybody. It be your own people. Literally, it be your own people. And it's so disgusting as a black woman seeing another black woman murdered at the hands of other black women. That just don't sit right with me. Like, black women, do you realize that we are the literal goddesses of this earth and you letting these demons run rampant? You really letting the devil take us? No! Turn back to God, my black women. Literally, black women are the goddesses. We are the original people. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We are the first ones that were here. We have every single race within us, DNA gene within us. That's why the devil comes after us so much, baby. We got to do better, black women. We got to do better. We don't need to be killing each other. The black woman is the most disrespected woman in America, but yet other black women are doing it. Come on now, that's wrong. We need to call this out. Black women, we can't do this. Black women, we're not going to be like them. Black women, from this day forward, we need to not be like them. That showed us everything that we need to not be. Because it don't make no goddamn sense that they did that to her. It don't make no sense. Y'all want my Cash App? I'll drop it. My Cash App is $Queen STP. $Queen STP. Thank you. If you love this word, if this message helped you, if you liked it and you want to donate to my Cash App, I love donations. I much appreciate it. $Queen STP. If you feel led in the spirit to donate, much appreciated. This was a lot, y'all. It was a lot that I had to get out. I got through everything that I wanted to get through. Had wrote everything down. But looking at this, I'm like, you know what? Like, there was so much that I was thinking, so much that I feel like, am I on Instagram? No, I actually deactivated my Instagram. The only social media accounts I have is TikTok and YouTube. I don't even have Twitter anymore. I deactivated that too. And Patreon. I do have Patreon. That's where I share my blogs. But yeah. So, oh, and also, y'all, I do have a second account on TikTok. It's Madam T Bell. So if you go to the link, if you go to my bio, I have the @name there. Yeah, this account is getting so big. I have so much content. I had to create a whole nother account. So yeah. Check out the other account too. But yeah, like, it was just, when I'm looking at all of this, and it's crazy. I'm really glad that I followed my intuition and followed the guidance and came out here and spoke about it, because usually when stuff like this happens, like, I haven't had like usually when stuff like that happen, I didn't use my platform to talk about it. But this story just struck a nerve with me. This story really just pulled on my heartstrings just a little too much, where I couldn't just not speak up about it. And I was actually watching this other video by Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters. Peace, Infinite Waters, Deep Divers. Yes, him. He was basically saying, he made a video about this too, and he was saying, what can I contribute? And honestly, I will say thank you to Ralph Smart, because he inspired me to come out here and speak on this as well, because that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, wait a minute, Terry, what can you contribute? What can you contribute here? Because everybody is seeing this situation differently. Everybody is using their own wisdom to bring this to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because what Ralph Smart said is different than what somebody else says. It's different than what I would say. But I had a lot of, like, it was a lot of life lessons that I was looking into, that I felt like I was gaining as I was like watching this story. And stuff like this needs to be talked about, so that other people so that we can prevent things like this from happening again. And it's just, I want to see good people around good people. I want to see good people being treated well, treated how they deserve, and being treated like the good person that they are, because too many good people have been hurt and abused their whole life, and they don't deserve that. I just would love to see this world treating the good people good. Okay? And I would just like to see that the bad people stop taking their anger out on good people, and they just go inward. They just leave people alone. That's what I would like to see. Because this world has just too much, it's been too much negativity in this world, that we need a better, we need a better world. And how can we be a better world is by being better people. Michael Jackson is a timeless person when he said, man in the mirror. It's like, I'm starting with the man or woman in the mirror. We can all start with the person in the mirror. When we all can be a better person, that's how we all can be better people. That's how this world can be better. Because when we are better people, we show up in the world as a better person. Thus, that love that we spread and share to everybody is going to be affected. Because listen, imagine if I were to walk here into a store and I just gave somebody love. Just spread a word like love through kindness. That person is going to be like, oh, wow, thank you so much. And they're going to be like, let's say I was just kind to the clerk behind the counter at the grocery store. And because I was kind to her, now what's going to happen is she's going to be kind to the customer after her. You know, that customer is going to be kind to the next person. Like, love is what makes the world go round. Kindness can spread. If negativity can spread quickly, so can positivity. Let's spread positivity. Let's spread goodness. Let's spread love. Let's be love in action. Love is the most powerful vibration. Love is the highest vibration. Love is the highest frequency. Love is it's closest to God because God is love. God is love. When you operate in love, you are operating at the highest frequency. You are so connected to God at that point. That's why we need to act in love. Remember the 2 commandments: to love God with all your whole heart and soul, and to love yourself and to love your neighbor as yourself. To love God, love ourselves, and love others. Yes, thank you. Lead by example. To lead by example. To be the example. What did Gandhi say? Be the change that you wish to see in the world. So listen. We cannot change the past. As much as we would all want to bring her back, we can't bring her back. And that's the part about life, is that death is a part of life. And that when they are gone, when they leave their physical body, they're gone. And life does continue to go on. But what we can learn from this situation so that we don't have situations like this again is, let's take this and let's bring justice. Let's be good people. Let's be good people. Let's stop bullying others. If you feel envious of somebody, if you feel jealous of somebody, and you want to say something mean to them, stop. Before you say something mean to somebody, just be like, is this worth it? Ask yourself, is it worth it? Before you do something, just take a deep breath. A lot of people are impulsive off of their emotions. Stop before you say something wrong. Stop before you do something that's going to cause somebody harm. Stop before you insult somebody. Stop before you make fun of somebody. Stop before you bully somebody, whether it's in person or online. And a lot of people do this stuff online because we live in the age of social media. Stop. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. If you're going to insult somebody, stop before you do it. Ask yourself, is this worth it? Is this going to make that person feel good? Is this me being loving towards that person? Is this an act of love? It's not an act of love. Then don't do it. If it's not an act of love, don't do it. And it's like, it seems so simple, but other people don't get that. Other people don't get it because people need to heal. People need God in their life. People need to build strong relationships with God. That's how you become better people. That's where you start. You start with God. You start with the Creator. And when you a strong warrior, it's up to us to be the leaders. It's up to us to speak out on this. It's up to us to be the pure souls that this world needs. It's up to us to do that. Because we are not afraid to stand up against all of the darkness. We are not afraid to stand up. When we can stand up, it'll influence other people to join us as well. Soon this world will be full of positivity and love. And it's exactly the way that this world was intended to live. And if you are here in this world right now, in this time, in this crucial moment of human history, you are here to live the revolution. So you can either have 2 options. You can evolve with the changes of this world, or you can stay the same. You can stay with the way the world used to be, which is toxic, which is evil. Or you can change your ways and you can be more loving. You could become the greatest version of yourself. You can do what God has put you here on this earth to do. But you know what? Walking your purpose, that's stuff that you gotta come later. The first thing you gotta start with is becoming a better version of yourself. And how do you start? Is by spending time with yourself and spending time with God. Spend time with God every day. As soon as you open your eyes in the morning, before you even crawl out of bed, before you even go check that phone, pray to God and thank God for giving you another day. Before you go to sleep at night, say your prayers that God allowed you to see through the full day. Strengthen your relationship with God. Pray to God more. Talk to God more. Some people can't just sit up there and open a Bible right there. It's okay, because God will meet you where you're at. God will meet you exactly where you're at. Start by just talking to God, by just praying to God. You need a little bit of help. So I'm telling you, if you get down on your knees and you pray to God, I'm telling you, it'll help you. It'll help you. Sometimes at that point, you got to just surrender and say, God, I need your help. Get down on your knees and pray. It ain't nothing wrong with getting down on your knees and pray. Yeshua was on his knees every single time he prayed. On his knees, hands down, head in his hands to the ground. That's what we need. We all need to strengthen our relationship with God, because the relationship that you have with God is going to reflect the relationship that you have with yourself. And that's what we all need. We all just need God, baby. We can't live without God. And some of us act like we can. No. We need God in our life. We all do. And everybody's walk with God is different. Everybody's walk with God is different. That's why I love spirituality, because spirituality is your own personal relationship with God. All right, y'all. I need to rest my energy. I really need to rest my energy. I want to thank y'all for listening to this word. I really hope this message has helped you. We digressed a lot. We talked a lot. But I really hope that you took something from this and that you've learned from it. I love you too. I really hope that everybody took something from this, okay? Go out here today on this week of Thanksgiving. Let's be thankful for everything that we have. Let's be thankful for the life that we live. Let's be thankful for everything around us, because everything that we have, God is supplying for us. Go out there and be grateful. Go out there and be thankful. Go out there and be the best version of yourself. Show up for yourself the best way that you can, baby. You want to be a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday. And be a better version of yourself tomorrow than you were today. Every day, keep on evolving. You want a prayer? Okay, baby, like, as an autistic person, I don't like doing things on the spot. I really don't like doing things on the spot. And I'm sorry, I can't do that right now. I can't do that right now. Right now, after prayer, I would like to just pray with God in private, okay? But the last time somebody asked me to pray on the spot like that and it really wasn't led on me to pray, I can't do that. I'm sorry. But you know what? Okay, Lord's guided me to do the Lord's Prayer. Let's just do the Lord's Prayer, okay? Want to pray with me? Alrighty. Bow your heads. You can say it with me, okay? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us for our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Amen. In your name we do pray. Amen. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being who you are. I love you. Y'all have a good day, okay? Bye-bye. Say bye.